Hey guys, Friday night, the Friday wrap. All right, I had planned a little PowerPoint presentation like I've been doing them the last couple of weeks, and then something pretty cool happened today that's never happened to me before, and I've just gone and scrapped that one. We'll do it next week. So, got a new client referred to me from a great client of mine, and sitting down, hey, how you going? And she goes, I got a question for you. I'm like, yeah. She goes, it's a bit of a personal question. I'm like, you can ask me anything you want. She goes, how much are you worth? And I'm like, cool. Gave her all the information. And I love it because I'm going to follow up with how much is your house worth? How much do you have in super? How much do you earn? How much do you have in shares, managed funds, term deposits? Do you have investment? I'm going to ask you all those questions. Ask me the same. And I love it so much because that person has enough, interest in their own self to know if I'm going to put trust in someone, I want to know they're in a position to be able to help me, and the reason I love it is because I'm the same. I say to people, if you want to be worth 20 million bucks, I'm probably not the guy to help you because I'm not worth 20 million bucks. Yeah. It's kind of like saying, if you want to become a great golfer, you need to go talk to a coach who's a great golfer or a great golf coach. You need to be influenced by somebody who's in a position that you want to be in or that can help you to advance yourself. So I, this week, am going to tell you a whole bunch of stuff about me that you probably don't already know. So, number one, I am all about my family. My kids, I've got 3 beautiful kids. Addie's 13, Bede's 11, Kai's 8, and they are everything to me. Absolutely love my kids. The best thing, they're just, that's it for me. Kids. I could have nothing else other than my kids. Happy man. All about my kids. I love numbers, okay? It's this crazy thing. I just love numbers. I see patterns in numbers. I can calculate numbers in my head, really quickly. If I'm sitting down and someone's, what's this, what's that? I'm like, that's that. Yep. And then they'll put on their calculator and go, wow, that's. It's just what I do. I see patterns in numbers. I get excited when the odometer on my car is like 77,777 to the point that I've got to do 77 kilometers an hour and get a photo of it. That's like the best part of my day on that day. Something about numbers, probably a good thing that I do what I do. From a business point of view, I walk the talk, okay? It is so important to me that if I advise somebody to do something because I think it's a good idea, why wouldn't I do it for myself? I'd be a fraud if I wasn't doing the things that I suggest to my clients. So I own my home, the office that we work out of. I own the office. The pay yourself first strategy, 10%. I do that. Okay, it's so important to me that I need to experience it. I need to feel it because how can I explain it to you if I'm not doing it myself? I'm my own authentic self. I don't sort of prove myself to anybody because I always have this thing, if this all goes upside down, if it all goes pear-shaped, I've only got myself to blame. Yeah, so I don't really change myself for anybody. I am who I am. I'm going to act that way. I'm not going to try and please you by being somebody that I'm not. If you don't like me for who I am, we're not meant to be a match. Simple as that. Having said that, and I've got this list that I keep looking at, the next one says that I care too much about what other people think. And as I'm saying it, I'm like, I know I definitely used to care about what other people think too much. But now that I think about it, maybe I've kind of grown a lot. I knew I needed to grow through that, and maybe I've done that. So that's great. I have a fear of failing, and it annoys the hell out of me because having a fear of failing at something will stop me from doing something, which is failing anyway. I didn't advance anything. I didn't learn anything. So the fear of failure has actually caused me to fail, and I definitely need to work through that one as well. If there is something that needs to be done and I don't know how to do it, I am world class, like top of the pyramid at putting that off. Okay, and it's a trait that I'm aware of. I know I'm doing it when I'm doing it. I'm like, Jace, why are you doing this, mate? You need to get this done. I'm like, but I don't know how to do it. I put it to the side and I'll do things I know how to do. It annoys the hell out of me. And then this little to the side pile starts to burn, and it becomes a little fire, and the whole office is on fire. And I'm like, oh, now I've got to get this done. And the annoying thing is, I can't think of a time when I went and grabbed this pile of things I don't know how to do, that I actually did it, and I was able to do it, and it wasn't that hard. And I'm like, why didn't you just do this yesterday or last week or last month when it came across your desk? Frustrates the hell out of me. On the 4th of July, 2008, I had a trifecta of sorts. So we bought our first house, Natalie and I. We moved into a little house in Burleigh Heads. The same day, Natalie found out that we were pregnant. She was pregnant with Bede, our son, our second child. How good. Later that day, I got a phone call from the guys where I worked. I worked for a public company in Surfers Paradise. And they said, mate, we've just had the liquidators come in and don't come back to work Monday. The door's going to be locked. The job's gone. And I've looked at Nat, and she's in the kitchen putting cups away. You know, brand new house. First time we ever bought a house. And she's all excited. And I'm like, how do I have this conversation? And at the time, there could have been nothing worse that ever happened. You know, definitely nothing had ever happened to me that was as bad as that. But the funny thing is, I learned the most I've ever learned from any experience in my life. I grew the most that I've ever grown from any experience in my life because of that day and the weeks and the months of what happened later. So it's funny, you know, I'm so grateful for what happened now. I learned so much, I grew so much from a time that I thought was, this is the worst thing that could ever happen. Isn't that funny? I believe that I am going to make a significant impact in my industry. This Your Wealth, Your Way process that we got, that I start banging on about every week and whatever we do, I love it. I love what we do, the simplicity of it, the processes that we go. All I want to do is improve it to a point that it can be used by thousands of Australians to create a positive impact for them, to give them clarity, to give them peace of mind, to actually get them towards an end state that is, you know, that floats their boat, that they may not have thought even possible. That's what I'm about. And number 10 is you guys. I don't take it lightly that you are a client of mine and my business, and that you put your trust in us for what is a significant part of your life, you know, financial wealth, financial growth, your accounting requirements. I'm extremely grateful for each and every one of my clients. If a client leaves to go somewhere else, I hate it. It hurts me, but I have to learn from that. What did I do that caused them to want to go somewhere else? If I want to be the best at what I do, I want to have clients coming to me, not leaving me. So I'm extremely grateful for you as a client, that you put your trust in us to deliver the service that we do. I know I'm not perfect. We make mistakes, things fall through the cracks, that sort of stuff. But I do only want to do the best job that we can. That's what we strive to do every day. Just get better and better and better. So that's 10 things about me. Bit of a different one this week. Never done anything like this, but hey, there you go. Something that you may not have known. Maybe 10 things that you didn't know. But all good. Guys, it's been a long one. I needed to shut up and get this one posted. So enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you found that interesting. And I'll do the one that I had planned for today next week, and you'll see what it was all about. All right, guys. See ya.